am Kumar, and this is a continuation of part 12 of Microsoft Azure training. In previous video we have created a virtual machine, window virtual machine, and in today video or in current video we will discuss about all the options available onto the Azure portal for inside the virtual machine section. Okay, so just move to the portal. So this is my portal, basically Azure portal. Okay, so in previous video we have created a virtual machine. Just check on the virtual machine. Yeah, this one we have created. So click it on over here. It will open all the details of my virtual machine. So you can see on overview section it is showing me that my virtual machine is under the US First Source Group. Operating system is Windows Server 2019 NDC. Okay, and size is 2 CPU and 4 GB RAM. Okay, current status is running, location this one, and the subscription is pay as you go model, subscription ID, DNS name not configured. Okay, so it is showing me some detailed report of detailed overview of my virtual machine. You can see that some more options are also available. There is no extension is available, no availability zone, and skill set is available. Okay, which I have already discussed into the previous video at the time of creating the virtual machine. Okay, so no option is showing me over here. Azure export option is also not showing. Basically the I've already told you, basically the free space taken by the Azure. Okay, and the size and all these things, basically a detailed overview is showing over here. Okay, some more options are also there for monitoring purpose. Okay, how much data it will take from last 1 hour or something, this you can configure it. Okay, capability and recommendation, these are the recommendation towards the Microsoft side. Okay, and some tutorial how to use and how to solve the problem, keep your virtual machine updated. Many tutorials are available. You can scroll down and you can see the videos also. Okay, now on to the top one, we have open in mobile option, refresh option, delete option, capture. So basically whenever we see the capture, we are making a snapshot type of thing. Okay, if I click on capture, basically the current state is captured. Okay, a snapshot type of thing. Okay, so come to back, delete. If we want to delete the virtual machine, stop, restart, start. Basically currently my virtual machine is in running state, so it will cost me per minute and per second basis. Okay, so if you are not using your virtual machine, it's freely open, so it will add some cost, so it is better to stop it. Okay, so just click on stop. It is showing me that public IP address will lost if you if this VM is stopped. So you can preserve it by clicking over here, so your public IP will not lost in this case, but the public IP cost will added on. Okay, so if I stop it, so my virtual machine will automatically stopped. This is for restart purpose. Okay, and this is for start purpose. What is this? This is for connecting purpose, to taking the RDP of my virtual machine. Okay, if I click over here, we have three options: Avation, SSH, RDP. Okay, so basically in Windows we take the RDP, SSH in Linux machines. Okay, if I refresh it, it will show me the status. Okay, it's take some time. If I go over here, it is showing me stopping virtual machine, is still running. Okay, my current status. These are the logs. If my machine get fail or these things, these will show you the detailed logs, event log. Basically you can see these are the logs. Okay, started, virtual machine, succeed, resolved, updated, health event updated. These logs come over here. Okay, IAM, basically role management. You can assign the role for a specific user who can access this virtual machine. From here you can choose that, and okay, to whom you want to make a owner or reader only the viewable access. Okay, providing a tags so that in future you can identify the machine by checking the tag, because in real time scenario there would be more than one machines will deploy, so it would be hard to identify by their name. So you can pass the manual names or manual tags. Okay, diagnosis and solve problem are similar. Basically some issues which are coming, so we can have many options over here. Okay, to diagnose this issue, VM is not booting, then how to diagnose it, you have many options over here, you can check it on. Okay, cannot connect to VM, so in troubleshoot it will show you that is your RD or is your inbound port is enabled or not. This type of option will shown over here. So in networking you can see this is our network. In this is one, and this one is NIC, private IP. Public IP is not showing because we have stopped the virtual machine. Okay, so RDP is enabled, all inbound port are disabled or denied. Okay, so these security provided by DNS, oh sorry, NSG, network security group. Okay, these things are provided by NSG. So under the NSG, network security group, you can go and you can create this information, or by if I go into the network security group, opening into new tab. Okay, network, oh my god, I need TW network security group. Okay, so you can see Madhav NSG is created. If you open it, it will show you all the detail. These are the RDP are enabled or outbound over these, and you can see you can add any other port also, you can disable it, delete it, add it over. Okay, many options are here. Okay, you can do it over here, provide a security between your inbound, outbound, or any other thing. Okay, so these are the connecting, basically to connect your machine. If I go over here, I can start it. Now I'm starting my virtual machine. Okay, in disk, basically we have two type of hard disk into the we have created at the time of virtual machine creation. So first one is OS disk. This is 127 GB with standard SSD, and this is the data disk in which your data will stored. What you need of data disk, actually in some time, what at any time a situation may arise that your C drive or your window will crash, so all data which are exist onto your C drive, that will go vanish. Okay, so it is recommended that you will keep your sensitive data or other data onto the another data disk, that can be shared. I have already show you the option for sharing this one option. Okay, so hosting cache, read only and write only, the options are also available. Okay, sizing, yeah, this is a good feature. Basically there are two way to change your infrastructure. One is horizontal scaling and vertical scaling. I will tell you in detail in upcoming video, detail description over this, but in current one I'm just telling you that you can choose any other infrastructure which you want. Right now as I choose 2 GB RAM or 2 CPU and 4 GB RAM. If I need a more hardware, so I'm just choosing another one and resize it. So in case of resize, you need to reboot your machine and it will automatically configure with your new hardware. Okay, so it will take hardly 2 to 3 minutes or a small downtime, but yeah, it takes some downtime to resize your configuration, you resize your machine. Okay, so this type of resizing we will add in case of database machines, basically in case of SQL or in PSSQL and Oracle, because Yeah, because the SQL and or these database are basically work onto a single system or installed onto a single system, and we cannot clustering, or mean to say we cannot participate the data onto different ways, as in big data. Small data is captured or concurrent is on another system, or distributed system is not applicable for in this case. Okay, so these type of feature is very helpful in case of DB machines. Okay, security, another section. You can see the recommendation security alerts. So basically after 24 hour of your machine creation, the Microsoft will provide you the alert. These are the recommendation, these are the security alerts you should done onto your machine. Advisor recommendation is also options are there. These are the advisory which are provided by the Microsoft. Okay, extension which you have already installed at the time of already installed. When you create the virtual machine, there was the option of extension. If you add them, that will already installed. If you, at the time you don't add them, so you can add the extension from here also. Okay, you just choose it and it will automatically installed. Okay, at the time of reboot your machine. Continuous delivery, basically a DevOps type of thing. CDN pipeline basically. Okay, configuration is another option is available. Identity is also available. So system assign or user assign, basically AD, as your AD will use by this machine, or if you have own premises AD, so you can also configure by user assigned identity. Okay, property, basically a detail overview, status showing stopped, Madhav VM, and these things are showing. Okay, public IP is assigned. Lock is a good feature. If suppose someone accidentally delete your machine, so you want to prevent it, so you can provide the lock name and read only, write only, and delete operation you can promote. So basically it will provide a second level of authentication for this. Basically I already tell you the jump server type of thing to provide a security. Okay, auto shutdown, good feature. Suppose you want to your machine to shut down at any specific time, so it will automatically schedule. You can schedule it and a notification can be sent to your specific email ID. If I select it, on web you can send it, or on email you can send your notification. Okay, backup policy is also there. So basically two type of backup are coming into the picture. One is full backup, secondly is updated backup. Okay, so you can configure it, them onto a weekly and daily and timely basis. Okay, and disaster recovery is a good feature. Suppose you are on some location, there is something occurred, or flood occurred or anything, so you can schedule your recovery option. So as you've seen that from this location to this location, all your machine will sync, all will machine your sync up. And on guest and host update, you can see the options. So guest and host update are basically in operating system patches, and all these things are come over here. Inventory is also available. Okay, change tracking. Okay, configure management, policies, different type of policies are there. You can add the policies. Okay, assign policy, and these options are there. Many options are over here. You can reset the password, connection troubleshoot, and all these things are here. So now just check your machine, is it running? Yeah, is it running. So connect it either by typing this, copy this URL, this IP address, open MSTS, type this IP, enter it, type the name of your machine and password, Yeah, it will open up your virtual machine, so you can see your virtual machine over here. Okay, so your machine is automatically started over here. Okay, so this is your machine. So thank you for watching my video. Please like it and don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.